in our continuing coverage, new details revealed about the raids of 4 local pawn shops over the last 2 days. Tonight, the district attorney's office released the grand jury indictment. It says former employees told law enforcement the owners of the chain, Top Dollar Pawn, knew they were selling stolen items, but sold them anyways. It also says the owners were involved in money laundering to keep that operation going. News 5's Natalie Chuck is joining us now in the studio to tell us more about those arrests. Natalie.
Right, Diane, the 4 people accused of these crimes are facing 29 felony charges each. And the indictments say law enforcement thinks more people could be involved. I met with one man who owned a pawn shop in Colorado Springs for about 8 years who says this news is disappointing.
You always hear about people telling their bartenders things. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you should see what people would tell their pawnbrokers.
After fulfilling his lifelong dream of owning a pawn shop.
People always look at like movies and TV and things and kind of have, they just see pawn shops as being kind of the seedy element.
Reed Robbins says that is a misconception.
Pawn shops are actually really quite highly regulated in most cases. I mean, anything a pawn shop takes in, they have to have, descriptions, serial numbers, things like that. You have to have an ID, and we actually would get fingerprint for everybody.
The raid over the last 2 days at Top Dollar pawn shops is proof that maybe not all pawn shops play by the rules.
Ultimately, you just kind of go, what the heck?
The grand jury indictment accuses Top Dollar Pawn's owners and 2 more people associated with the store of engaging in a pattern of buying and selling stolen property sold to them by boosters who stole those items from various retail stores. Something Robbins says any good pawn shop would not even want.
We wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. If something turns up stolen, please come get it, give it back to the person it was stolen from, which is the right thing to do. But ultimately, we're out that money unless the courts get restitution from the person that pawned it, which was not very often.
Now, the 4 people associated with Top Dollar Pawn face a long list of felony charges.
Most pawn shops are, in this town are very reputable. A lot of good people there, and they're trying to do the right thing.
And Diane, a reminder from officers to keep track of the serial numbers of any item you are worried could get stolen and be pawned. For example, it could be on a label on the back of your TV or the battery pack of a drill, and of course guns. Take a picture of them to help you get back anything that is taken and ends up in a pawn shop, Diane.